Obligatory podcast intro.
Hi, hello, and welcome. This is Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. I'm Matt with my co-host Adam, and this show is where we take all 34 letters of the alphabet, we put them in a ditch, we each draw a letter, and then pick a comic that begins with that letter. I don't know his, he does not know mine. Spoilers ahead for these two comics. I got P, and you got G.
That's right.
This is our Series 4 premiere.
That's right. We're back.
Huzzah!
Huzzah. We're better than ever.
Better than ever. Rested, recouped.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it was like week 2. We were like, dude, what's up? You want to record something? I think I really, really enjoy doing this.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it a lot.
Also, what's up, Nate? Here you go. We did it.
Yeah.
Stop bothering us about it.
Here you go.
No, I'm just kidding. He's great. He's
Thank you.
Great guy.
Thank you, Nate.
Oh, for the gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent us a gift. A fan sent us a gift. We appreciate it, man. Very much so.
Thank you, Nate.
Thank you, Nate. All right, so I got a comic called Parasomnia.
Parasomnia.
Somnia.
I might have seen this title before.
You're a liar. This was written by Cullen Bunn, art and colors by Andrea Muti.
Oh, it's like watercolor?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. And then some variant covers by Raphael Albuquerque, who we come across quite a bit.
Oh my God, all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, he's popular.
He is.
Talented guy,
Is
apparently.
it a lot of times covers, too, it seems like, right?
Covers, we've done his actual comics before.
Yeah.
I don't recall what they were,
We've
but
done too many.
they were good.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Well, I remember us saying at the time, like, we're not going to forget this dude's name. You can go back and look.
And then promptly forgot that guy's name.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But then I'd see it and be like, oh, yeah, I do know that guy.
Yeah, we'd be like, we've covered him before, right? Like, yes, multiple times.
Yeah.
And multiple times we talked about how good he was and then went and forgot. That's awesome. So this came out in 2021. It is Dark Horse Comics. So I've done another...
I love Dark Horse, by the way. It's one of my favorites for horror comics and stuff.
Yeah, it's got a little horror tinge to it. It's Cullen Bunn. So you remember Lamentation?
Yeah,
the theater one?
I do.
Yeah, so this...
The one, we analyzed that one a lot.
Yeah, I had to, because, this one's very similar. I'm pretty sure he did both. I think he did Lamentation. So I see the parallels. Mm-hmm. Like, I see the influence. It's obviously him. Very similar. But anyway, this starts... under a bridge, old homeless guy. His name's Grover.
This is Cullen Bunn for sure.
Totally says Cullen right here. This is all Bunn.
This is Bunn.
This
all
is
up
a
and
definite
down.
Bunn joint.
Yeah.
Old man is getting hit in the head with a can by these 3 douchebags. And they're like, "You got to clear out of here, bro." And he's super nice. Like, "Hey, I'm just trying to relax. I don't have anywhere to go." He does end up calling them trolls. And they beat the shit out of him, pour a bunch of beer and stuff on him, and just kind of leave him there.
Uh-huh.
So he's left under the bridge. Now we cut to a fantasy world.
Okay.
A different world, different dimension, different world. I'll say that. And we see a guy in a highwayman hat with a long red cape. He looks dope. Looks like a colonial assassin, serial killer. He looks like Hatham.
Oh,
he looks like Hatham from Assassin's Creed 3.
I get that reference.
Yeah, look at him. Look, you can see him pretty good from there.
Oh, yeah, he really does.
But he got the highwayman hat, and he wears a bandana, basically covers his whole face.
Hell yeah.
He does not have a name throughout this comic. They call him, like, the Phantom, the Shadow. Uh-huh. So, the Shadow, I guess. I don't know. This dude. Anyway, he's narrating, and he says, "In this place, I'm unknown. I'm a shadow, passing shadows, a phantom." Oh, that's what they call him, Phantom. Yeah, so he's there. He's saying, because of the circumstances of who I am, I get attacked a lot. And on cue, there's like 3 dudes there.
Of course.
And they're like, "Is that him?" They're like, "I don't know, but he probably has coin. Let's do it anyway."
Yeah.
And he just wrecks these 3 poor souls, dude. Like, he's got a sword and an axe. And he's like John Wick, man. He's like double tapping. He's chopping you in the face with an axe, stabbing someone else, and then coming back to like cut your head off.
Right.
Making sure these 3 dudes are just completely dead. No chance. But they have this giant dude with them. And they're like, "Yeah, you didn't expect Lamont the Brute, did you?"
Oh my God.
So he goes to hit him with the sword and he grabs it. It's pretty sick and chunks him across the woods. So he pulls out a gun And Lamond and one of the other dudes left alive were like, guns don't work on him, bro. He never falls. And he's holding the gun. It's one barrel. And then it lights up. There's some like weird smoky lights behind it. It kind of disappears for a second. And when it comes back, it has 4 barrels. And they're like, what? And he shoots them and it rips them apart, dude. Like the top of his head's gone. The side of his face is gone. Most of his right or left shoulder is completely gone. He is gone. The other dude gets his arm blown off. So this gun just, I mean, look.
In one shot, it does all, oh my God.
It's torn apart, dude.
It's like 4 shotgun rounds going off at once.
Yeah, I'd say like 4 50 cal rifles going off. Because they would blow holes that big, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this poor dude just shredded, right? He drops the gun, goes up to the guy left alive. He's like, you fucked up my arm. He's like, yeah, listen, I don't care. Where's the boy? There's a village nearby. There's a boy there, right? And the guy's like, fuck, yeah. Yeah, there is. As he's dying, he's like, damn you, dude. Yes, the boy's there. Fuck off. Cuts to a grocery store in the modern day. And it's this girl, Mrs. Greer. Her name is Annette. She is at the grocery store. She gets her shit. It's a copy store. It's like a FedEx place.
Okay.
She's getting a bunch of copies. She's got a giant box. She goes to the car. She sees a homeless man and she starts crying. Now, this is the Phantom guy narrating back in the fantasy world. He's saying the kingdom's borders are ever changing, shifting. The wilds are dotted with ruins. Great cities left behind, turned to graves, forgotten. I don't fear ghosts. And as he's riding past, he says, I don't fear the dead. And it looks like basically a zombie. And he's just kind of shuffling around. This land is run by the faceless queen.
Okay.
No one knows what she looks like. They just know that she is super cruel or super rewarding, right? If you do some evil shit, she likes it, whatever. Super rewarding. No one's ever seen her. But her cities just look like shit. Everyone here just looks absolutely miserable.
Right.
He goes into a tavern and he walks around. A waitress comes up. He kind of questions the bartender and the guy's playing dumb. He's like, where is he? And he's like, who are you talking about? You know, it would help if I knew your name. So he just turns around. He's like, give me some ale. Sits down. A waitress comes up and says, listen, they took down all the wanted posters, but we all know who you are. And he says, oh, it's a trap then. And she just is like, whatever, man, and walks away. So he's sitting there at the tavern just looking around at everyone. Bunch of dudes are giving him the hairy eye.
Of course.
I mean, he's got a mask on and this giant highway Manhattan cape. So I'd probably be looking at him sideways a little bit.
Stands out a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So we're back to Grover in the modern world.
Okay.
He is walking around out in the public and he sees a missing child poster. He looks at it and then he puts his hand in his face. It cuts back to the Phantom now. And he's talking about his job. He goes into this house. He's narrating. He goes into this house and he finds what he thinks is this boy he's looking for. And it turns out it's just like a mannequin, kind of like a puppet. Right. It has joints, like in the arms and the mouth and everything. It's sitting there and he kind of taken by surprise. And the waitress and like 8 other dudes show up. They're like, we told you not to come here. You should have left. We knew you weren't going to do it.
Yeah.
And he just beats the shit out of all of them. Hitting them, slicing them, everything. But then he gets clunked in the back of his head with a log, and it's the mannequin thing.
Oh, damn.
It stood up, and it hit him. And she said, you're not going to find any children here. Didn't you notice? There are no other children here at all. So the town people say, gather them up quick. Send word to the queen. Come claim her prize. So now it cuts to an RV park in the modern world.
Okay.
And we're introduced to a girl named Finney. And now she has a bunch of people around her going, blessings, blessings, Finney. Blessings to you too, everyone, blessings. And she goes into her RV and says, and damn good dreams. And the missing child, who we find out his name is Leo. He is laying there in her bed, just unconscious in a coma. And she is basically taking care of him, watching over him. But he is the missing child. So we are with the Phantom. He's in jail. And he's talking to this native guy, straight up Native American, like everything. So the jailers bring him food. And they're like, you'll need your energy. And he says, for what? What are you planning to do with me? They say, listen, a magistrate is coming to scoop you and you're going off to the queen. I pray they show you mercy, man. This isn't on us. There's devils out in the woods, and if we capture you, they'll reward us, and maybe they'll get rid of the devils for us.
Okay.
So that's what they want.
They're scared.
So they bring him food. Yeah, they're terrified of these devils out in the woods. Also seems they're scared of this faceless queen.
Yeah, they have a lot to be afraid of.
Yeah, this town sucks, bro. This land blows.
Yeah.
He says, what about this guy? Pointing to the native fella. And they say, yeah, he's not getting any food. Basically treating him like shit. And they say he's not going to receive any mercy that we wished upon you. He's basically fucked. Cuts to Grover in the modern world. He's sleeping on a bench. These two asshole prick cops come up and they're like, yeah, I heard they're installing armrests so these homeless people can't sleep. And they're like, he's like, sorry, I have nowhere to go. I'm just trying to catch some rest. And they're like, you should have thought about that for you're all worthless and lazy.
Damn.
Decided to live like this.
Yeah.
And he just kind of shambles away. Cuts back to the Shadow, the Phantom. Yeah, get ready. There's a lot of this. Cuts back to the Phantom.
Mine's heavy on the flashbacks.
Nice.
Too. Oh my god.
These are in flashbacks though. Parallel.
Oh yeah, true. Mine are flashbacks.
Oh, different. Then don't
compare shit.
Don't ever do that again.
Apples to oranges.
He says, "Who are you?" to the native. He tells him his name is Kanawake. So his name is Khan, and he says,
Super
"I know
nuisance phone.
I know better than to ask you your name." And he's like, dude, I don't have one to give you. Khan says, that hasn't always been the case. He says, maybe you know something I don't. And he says, what brought you here? He tells him it was the boy. This lady has him, and they move him place to place. I heard rumors he was here. And he says, oh, it's not a bad, falling into a trap if you're looking for the trapper.
Yeah.
And he says, did you come here seeking the boy too? And Khan tells him, no, I came here looking for you. So it cuts to Annette in the modern world. And every time it shows the modern world, it shows a poster of this missing child.
Oh, okay.
And Annette is the woman we saw with the giant box of, we find out, are the flyers.
Yeah.
So she's the one putting the flyers up. It's her son. Leo is her son. Grover is her husband, the homeless fellow.
Okay.
So it all comes in later. It's pretty obvious, but yeah, that's what's going on. So she's talking to her therapist and says something like, maybe I'm moving forward. And he's just like glares at her and she's like, yeah, no, definitely not. It's been a year since my kid went missing. I feel so alone, lost, and I feel like no one gives a shit but me. He says, oh, your husband can't help him. She says, like I said, I'm on my own. Cuts back to the Phantom. He's in jail. And now this is Khan kind of questioning him like, do you know who you are? He's like, I'm here to save a boy from a mad woman. Is that all you know? What more do I need to know? And he says, that's not all. You need to know so much. So he tells him the magistrate's coming to bring him to the faceless queen. And he tells him, listen, I'd gladly be a bargaining chip if I can get to the queen. If I can get her, I'd kill her, blah, blah, blah. But they're going to execute me on the spot. So they won't hold me. He's narrating to himself. He gets all live and rowdy. And the light comes back from the gun and the chain breaks. And Khan tells him, dude, you got to be careful with this power you have. It comes with a great price. If you're not careful, and then as he's saying this, he breaks his bonds. So Khan was just waiting on him to show up. He could get out whenever he wanted.
Okay.
He tells him the more you cement yourself in this world, the weaker your connection to the other world is.
Okay.
And Phantom is what other world? And Khan says, listen, dude, whether you know it or not, this place is not real, but you can shape reality here. But the more and more you use it, the more you will get to a point where you have no power here. You won't remember anything and you'll be stuck here.
Oh, damn.
So it cuts to Finney now in her RV park with all her cultists. Cults, you get it? She's like a faceless queen, Adam.
Oh, no way. No way, dude.
It's Finney saying, we must prepare. We can't stay here any longer. And everyone's like, dude, we're so far out here. Why are we moving again?
Yeah.
She holds up the missing poster and they're like, oh, it's just, she says, no, it's a sign that we need to move the fuck on.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. One guy steps up and says, what about the kid's parents? And she says, go for it.
Oh, damn.
So he rolls out. We're back with the Phantom. and him and Khan are escaping now, and it's the Phantom narrating, talking about how he's super lost, just as lost as he was when he first set out on this quest. They jump the guards that are sitting there going through all their crap. So they get all their stuff back. He's all dressed up to the nines, ready to roll. And he's asking him about the village. Hey, you know, what about all these people are probably going to die when the queen comes up? And he says, that's not my concern. It comes up later. He's like questioning him about like who he really is. I thought you said it wasn't your concern. You didn't care about the villagers. No, but I do care. And like, oh, where did that come from? Like, he's one of them dudes.
Okay.
And he says, you heard what they said. This place sucks, man. It would be a mercy if they all died. And, you know, the devil's the beast in the woods. So as they run outside, they find the streets is just full of these mannequin dudes. They call them golems. And they start attacking. And the townspeople come out and say, no, stop. They're just doing what we told them to do. Please don't do this. These are our children. They're only children. And they explain that, like, we summoned the magistrate to hopefully he could bring us back our kids. Our kids are all gone. And for some reason, these golems are like what they replace their kids with.
Okay.
So he says the devils that come from the woods, they torment you. They've taken your children. And they say only the faceless queen can help us. And the Phantom says, no, I'll do it. So he's rolling out to go look for these people's children. Khan's rolling with them. You find out, he says, are you a spirit to Khan during their conversation? And Khan says, oh yeah, me, most of all, definitely a spirit. So they find a boy who's just wandering. They see him. He looks somewhat normal. And as they're talking to him, he immediately just starts like molting away, turns to bones, and then just falls into a neat little pile of bones, basically. So, yeah, very confused. Don't know what they're like. Did you do that?
Oh,
like,
okay.
Khan's like, no, did you do that?
Okay.
Like, I didn't do that. We're with Grover in the modern world, and he is talking about his son, who is Leo. And he said, oh, man, it's crazy. When he dreamed, we all dreamed. We'd sit around and breakfast and all talk about how we had the same exact dream. The night he went missing, we all dreamed about like an open window and shadows slinking into the bedroom. When we woke up, he was gone. We knew what came next. It was guilt, anger, blame. They brought nightmares and basically ripped him apart. He's not cool with the wife. He's still looking for a son, but basically just this defeated, homeless man.
Yeah.
Pretty much worthless to anybody else. So we know the son was taken. Someone did actually come in. They're talking about this real metaphorical, like, shadows lurking in the night, bullshit like that. Yeah. And it's him telling him basically like, hey, I lost my shit after my son went missing. So it cuts back to the Phantom. He's with Khan. They're looking for these kids. They end up finding this weird village that's like, oh, this is a village of pain and suffering. There's cages coming out of the foundations themselves, and it's just full of children. And they have that green pale look that all these other zombie, the guy who melted away, they all have this look to them. They see him, and he goes, we need to free them. And he goes, yeah, but we got to deal with them. And he points to this sick-ass giant white monster. Looks like freaking Anti-Venom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, check him out. He's dope.
Oh, that was sick.
He looks so cool. So he says, Khan says, look, dude, the kid you seek's not among them. And he goes, I know. Fuck it. We got to help these damn kids. Cuts back to Annette. She's at her house. Final notice. Bill's past due. She's losing it. She's losing the house, missing her son. She's doing her own downward spiral here. There's a knock on the door, and she gets attacked by Finney's dude that said he was going to go take care of the parents. Yeah. So he found the mom and immediately attacks her. They get in this crazy fight, and she gets thrown through a window and then grabs a piece of glass and stabs him in the throat. Oh. So dirty. He ends up dying right there on the floor. So it cuts back. The monster is now hissing around, walking around in the dream world, walking around these kids. It gets stabbed in the back of his head. Khan's like, oh, yeah, good job. That's not the only one. Yeah. And the Phantom's like, shit. Yeah, like, I see that. There's like a rack of them. So they're going off. What happens is, as they're fighting, the Phantom gets this crazy attack of empathy. Feels so bad. These kids the monsters are sucking their power out of them. So they're just sitting in these cages, slowly dying, getting weaker until they're just bones. He loses his shit over this. And he uses his power, his shaping reality power, to give them health. And they all come back as just like bright, shiny little boys.
Really?
So him and Con are arguing. He's like, dude, you can't do that. You're going to get stuck. Like, you're going to screw yourself. He's like, how can I not, man? Look at their little kid faces. Yeah. I'm taking you back to your parents. These guys stole you. That's not cool. I'm going to take you back. And they're like, oh, they didn't steal us. We were given away to them. And he's like, what are you saying? Oh, well, the people from the village, they summon the demons and beg them for protection against the faceless queen. Which earlier we heard the flip side of it.
Yeah.
In return, they gave the children up. So he's like, God damn it. Like, fuck, go back home. Go. I'm taking you little badass kids back home. So he's pissed. He's over it. So now there's a caravan of RVs in the modern world. Finney is there. She's talking to her friend. She's looking over Leo, and it just shows her still taking care of him. And they're rolling out because they found the missing poster. So they said they're heading like 200 miles the other way.
Yeah.
So we're with Grover in the modern world. He is leaving a shelter. Two of Finney's men see him. They track him down. We cut to cops that are with Annette. And the guy she stabbed in the neck with the glass. And the cop it's a detective, and he's saying, I don't understand this. You know, why would they kidnap your kid and then come back to attack you?
Yeah.
It says something larger is happening. She's like, yeah, I've been saying that.
Yeah.
She's like, Jesus, Grover tried to tell me too, but I wasn't listening. And he says, where's your husband? He's being very ominous, looking over the rim of his glasses and shit.
Yeah.
He says, listen, we have to take you into protective custody. And he says, just temporarily. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. I need to pack a few things. He goes to check on her a couple minutes later, and she's gone. She bounced out.
Of course.
So now we're in the dream world. It's the magistrate, and he's yelling about, where the fuck is this dude? You know how long I traveled to get here, and you don't have the dude?
Yeah.
Are y'all playing games with me? I'm with the faceless queen. I will ruin y'all shit.
Yeah.
Check it. Anyone that aided him, you're going against the queen, I'm going to kill you. Where's he at? You think he's really going to come back with your missing kids, which he does. And he's like, yo, what's up? I'm here. And the guy's like, yeah, you. Big fight. He fucks them all up. Tells them, listen, like I don't have to kill you, man. Like we can just go about our business. You can fuck off. I can give these kids back and I can leave.
Yeah.
And he ends up just killing everyone. There's a dude. This is the dream world now. This is the first time I've seen it, but a guy pops up with a sniper rifle.
Oh, really?
Like a rifle with a scope and everything. And then Khan chops him in the neck with his axe while Phantom's down there killing everyone.
Yeah.
So they get in a big fight. It's cool. They're taking care of everyone. They're about to kill the last guy, but they're interrogating him. Where's the queen? Where's the boy? Blah, blah, blah. He starts saying, even if you find her, and he turns into bones and disappears. And Phantom's holding the knife, saying, like, I didn't do that. Did you do that?
Yeah.
The queen is doing it. And he says, no, it can't be her. She's too far away. She's like you. She is used all her reality warping or whatever. She's stuck here. She doesn't have that kind of power. And they're like, so what is this power? And they said, I don't know. Even if it was me, dude, I wouldn't betray you, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. So he goes, all right, fuck it. She won't escape me. So they give the kids back. They're all pumped to go after the queen. He gives them like a pretty hard speech about the kids that didn't return won't know peace, nor will the ones that are missing still. So pretty much was like, fuck all of y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all are jackasses. Giving your kids up like that. He's over it. And because some of the parents were like, where's my kid? And he's like, they're dead.
Yeah.
You gave them to monsters. What? Yeah. So basically rolls out, flicking them off and deuces out with Khan. So they're going after the faceless queen. Where we headed, I saw the bugs that came out of the dead bodies. They started flying south. So that's where we're going. We're in the modern world, and we cut to Grover now. Those two guys that were stalking him, they chase him in an alley. He bumps into someone, and then he takes off, and they go, shit, he saw us. They run around the corner, and they see the Phantom holding his axe and his sword, and he murders both of them. Then when he goes to grab him, he grabs him by the hair and says, where do I find her? Where do I start? Where's my son? And we're back at the caravan. Or no, we see the caravan of RVs. We see Annette driving. We see Grover hitchhiking. And then we see the Phantom and Khan all heading out to find this boy and kill the queen. Okay. So Finney's the queen. He's the Phantom. I don't know who Khan is. I don't think he has like a real life counterpart. The boy Leo, that's his dream, I believe. Okay. Which makes it all more confusing because it was like, why was Grover the Phantom when they came around the corner? Is the reality like weakening
mushing into each other?
Yeah, they're like mixing or something. Also, it seemed that some of the stuff that happened in the story, I don't have a good example, but I recall it reading it that it seemed like some of the stuff in the real world kind of affected the story, and not just like metaphorically. I saw a moment where I thought maybe that's what he was doing. Yeah. Lamentation was very much like this. Dream world happening at the real world. They're mixing, bleeding together. Like this is totally his style. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed this. The art was great. How were the faces? They're messy on purpose. Like you said, watercolor. Yeah. Kind of scraggly.
Yeah. It looks kind of like a sketchbook type paper.
Yes.
With like watercolor.
Sketchbook watercolor.
With only a few colors.
That's a good way.
Blue and gray.
It's a good way of saying it. Yeah. Very muted colors. They're not bright at all. Very 80s Miami, toned down pinks and blues and stuff everywhere. Yeah. So very cool comic. So I did look ahead. And as the Phantom and Khan are riding on their horses south, they go under something through some trees. And when they come out, they're in a car. Oh, really? And they're in some like weird kind of futuristic society, as far as I saw, I think. But they turn from fantasy swords and horses to cars and guns. Yeah. And their get-up changes. He still has a mask on, but his hair's all slicked back. Okay. Dude, Khan had like Skrillex hair, all parted to the side with like earrings and shit. Like they totally change up. Yeah. And there is a second series of this. It's Parasomnia, The Dead End, or something, Dream's End, or something like that. So that was 4 issues. The other one's 4 issues as well. I need to finish it for the show or not. I need to finish it because I really need to know what's happening. Yeah. I used to like this shit when I was young. It was just, bro, you just don't get it. You just don't get it. It's dude, it's beautiful. It's majestic, whatever. Shut up. Yeah. I don't get this stuff, Adam. I read it like 4 times and I'm still like, okay, am I dumb? Seriously, but it was a fun read. Yeah. I like the fantasy. I like the Highwayman character. Phantom and Khan were awesome. Yeah, kind of disappointed they go all futuristic in the next one because I love the fantasy aspect of this. Right. I thought Grover was a bigger part of this, but barely in it. Right. All we saw him do was walk around, and then he talked to those dudes at the shelter. Yeah. And then he killed those 2 guys, and that was it. Huh. He's got to be a bigger part in eventually. So I'm curious if he was like actually leaving his body. Like if he is the Phantom, was he leaving this world to go into the dream world? Gotcha. So like Phantom was sleeping when Grover was active and vice versa. Yeah, I don't know. Because if it's Leo's dream, you see what I mean? Like what is Finney doing? Finney seemed like the bad guy, the faceless queen in the modern world, was saying, we're going to control heaven. Like we have this paradise in front of us that we can have, and we're going to be leaders of heaven. So are they going to make Leo make a dream world for them or something? Right. Like I truly don't know where this fucking comic is going. And I'm extremely curious. I need to know. And I'm going to be so pissed if I get to the end of those 4 issues and I still don't know.
Doesn't it give you any answers?
I'll be furious, Adam. Furious.
Okay. Well, let us know when that happens.
Yeah, I will. Do I wait for P or do I just read it and talk about it in the dollar bin?
Just mention it. Yeah, read it and mention it.
Yeah, all right. So, but cool comic.
So, Godland. is a
You got Godland?
Yeah, it is an Image Productions from 2014.
Image Production.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna start changing the way I say Image every single time. There's too many. We do too many to not.
Series 4, Adam's changing it up.
Yeah.
Changing it up.
It was created by Joe Casey and Tom Scioli. They wrote and drew it respectively. Mm-hmm. This is like a passion project of theirs. It's like a love letter to Jack Kirby. Is what it is. They wanted to do his style of writing, his style of art, his style of everything. Oh. So I think it suffers for it, actually. I think the people that did these guys are obviously huge names and are very good. And I think they're better in just being themselves, honestly. Yeah. And like the whole front, I have what is it called? The Celestial Edition, which is like a hardcover, a bunch of extra stuff, big photo gallery. And at the intro of it is a long thing talking about Jack Kirby. Yeah. And how they wanted to do his style of art, his everything, and like a love letter to him. And the art is really cool. Everybody's so ugly, which is very Jack Kirby. So I'll give them that. And their faces can look very like blocky and like clay, like almost like their faces are made out of clay.
Those panels right there that I can see, yes, very much so.
Very thick, bold lines on the borders of everything.
Looks like old,
huge, old school borders.
It's
like
just
lots
the way
of ink.
They would do that. You don't see that now. They don't do that to people's faces like that now.
The shadows are real heavy, black, just dark ink shadows. Like I said, this came out in 2014, and the art in it, and the way it's. At first, I didn't know what it was set. I couldn't tell if it was set in like the 50s or the 60s or if it was now, but eventually somebody's talking about their cell phone and this and that. And they do references that are later references. So I'm like, okay, so that threw me off.
Could be anachronistic.
Yeah, it was like weird.
It's like the 30s, but we also have TVs and cell phones.
No, it's okay. So the other thing I'll mention now, because I'll probably forget later, is the references in this. I don't know if that was something with Jack Kirby made a whole bunch of like crappy pop culture references like back then, you know what I mean? And they're doing the same thing now with like more modern references, but they're not cool references and they're not so modern that you would be like, oh, that's awesome. You know what I mean?
It's
I don't know.
Osmond's reference.
It's weird. It's weird references that are like, oh, yeah, I guess that's a thing. Like, you're never like, oh, cool, they said this. They're like, wait, that sounds familiar. You look it up and you're like, oh, it was some like 80s sitcom.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, one time, I remember.
I'm going to watch Mama's Family.
Yeah, so the bad guys in this.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
We have two main bad guys that we see the most, Basil Cronus and Nickelhead, which, by the way, this pantheon of bad guys, stellar. Absolutely stellar cast of bad guys.
They got great names.
Yeah. So Basil Cronus is a floating head in a jar of liquid on top of a space. It looks like a spacesuit. Okay. So where the normal spacesuit head would be, it's a jar of liquid holding a head that floats. A skull, not a head, to be specific. It's just the skull floating around in it. And that's cool. Him. That's Basil. Okay. They don't get a full backstory of what that is, why he's like that, or anything. Nice. We jump into the story as if you know this stuff already. Like, these are people you should know. Like,
get on the train, bitch.
Yeah, they're like, duh, you don't know Basil Cronus or Nickelhead?
Nickelhead?
Yeah. Nickelhead was actually like the butler / number 2 guy for Tormentor, who was the biggest bad guy of the generation before them. Okay. And so, like, he's like, oh, you don't know Nickelhead, who was the butler of the Tormentor? Yeah, it's kind of like that. And you're like,
so was I supposed to? Fame to his
I was name. Like, was I supposed to know? Like, they got me. I was like, oh, I don't remember him. Like, damn, they got me.
Damn, there's one I missed.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, they got me. Everything about this, like I said, the beginning of the whole thing screams like throwback, like 50s, 60s,
looks
40s,
like it.
Throwback. So just the way it's written is way more modern than before, but still has a hint of the old school. Mm-hmm. It's definitely not full pages of text, walls of text that you have to get through to read anything. All right, so that's your intro. It's kind of necessary to get a good feeling for the comic. The faces, I mentioned them, ugly as fuck. Like, just so fugly. Everybody in this comic, there's a couple characters that are supposed to be hot. Yeah. Missed the mark by a mile. Like, nobody looks good in this. I'll say that. So they nailed that. That's Jack Kirby like a motherfucker. So we start out with asteroid coming in, about to hit the Earth. And a little bit, this whole like first issue or two is like giving you an idea of who our main character is. He doesn't even have like a superhero name. They just call him Captain Archer. His name's Adam Archer.
Oh.
Let's
do his last name.
I want to do the setup a little more. So there's a comet coming in. They call Archer. He turns into like Superman or Molecule Man or something.
Captain Archer.
Yeah, Captain Archer. And he zooms out and he's like all energy. He's
shit.
He's like, what's the one energy guy in DC that's the pink?
It looks like a Tylenol.
Yeah, pink and orange. Yeah, he kind of looks like
red
that.
and orange. Or red and like a weird yellow.
Yeah,
gross.
he looks kind of like that.
It's like a Major Force.
There you go. Nice. We talked about him like a while back.
Nope.
Fuck you.
I pulled it out of nothing.
Yeah,
no,
right.
we did.
So,
because we said the guy looks like a Tylenol.
The comic is coming in, and what's her name? Her name is Neela Archer.
Mm-hmm.
Are
they related?
Adam Archer has 3 sisters. He has Neela Archer, who is like, him and her are like neck and neck. If she's him, if he was a chick.
Right. Okay.
They're like the same. They both were in NASA. They're both in the military. High achievers, extremely high achievers. And then we have...
Are they both superheroes? Or?
No. So just I'm about to, it's going to take a second to do the full introduction.
Shut your mouth, man.
So Adam Archer, his sister Neela Archer, who is also an astronaut. Stella Archer, who is the guy in the chair. That's her main role, is being the guy in the chair. And then he has another sister, Angie Archer, who's like a punk. And she's like really like punk rock. Like just in aesthetics, at least. Very punk rock aesthetics. And they make fun of her the whole comic for it. Like, that's like the running joke. They're like, oh, you're 25 years too late, blah, blah, blah. And I was like doing the math, and I was like, what are you talking about? You're like 45 years.
Yeah, right? Way more than that. So it was Angie, Brittany, and Ashley? What was it?
Yeah. So Angie, Stella, and Neela. So Neela is the most important one. She's like
his twin, basically.
Adam Archer, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Stella's the guy in the chair, and Angie's like comic relief type of thing. So the comet's coming in. Archer's shooting out of the building. He has his own building, kind of like Fantastic Four. This is very Fantastic Four-y.
Okay.
He comes out...
Kirby.
Yeah, exactly. Comes out shooting out of the building, shoots up to save the planet from the asteroid. He's going over there, and as he's going over there, they're doing like... This, like I said, this whole first couple issues is his like origin. Mm-hmm. So it shows him on a Mars mission. And
he's on the Mars.
Yeah, he's on a Mars mission, and everybody dies except for him. So he's stuck on Mars.
The Mars.
Yeah, if you know the Mars. He's stuck on Mars. He's like the only survivor, and he doesn't have a ship or a building or anything. So he's just wandering around, waiting for himself to die.
Yeah.
He falls down a hole, like a crack, like, falls down in, and he looks up, and there's a giant machine / spaceship, kind of like Apocalypse stumbled upon like the future tech, and he got his powers from that, or some of his powers. That's kind of what happens to our guy Archer. Right. He goes in and it initiates a machine that was put there on purpose. It was put there whenever they realized humans were evolving on Earth, and this machine was to test how advanced they were. Yeah. If you were able to get to Mars and discover it, it means you're already... You're more advanced enough to be known by the galactic.
It has a little wooden sign that says "Free Superpowers" on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
You fall in the hole.
So he goes in. I'm gonna jump back and forth in this first issue.
Yeah, you do that.
So it shows that, and now he's where the asteroid landed, and he realizes it's an alien. It's not an asteroid. It's actually an alien, and the alien looks sick, bro. He's like a big dog.
Oh, he's like just a giant face.
Aztec alien dog. Yeah, like kind of looks like MODOK mixed with Lockjaw. Mm-hmm. Is a good way of saying it. And so they start fighting, and this alien is talking the whole time. You just can't read it. It's all in alien language.
Oh, he's just talking shit.
Immediately, you're like, he's either talking shit or he's trying to not fight. Yeah. I can't tell. And then I'm like, it's the beginning of a comic. He doesn't want to fight. That's how they all start. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, he's there to tell him something.
So he realizes something's going on in this fight. It's a cool fight. It lasts for quite a few pages. He's got a lot of powers that we learn how he gets right here. So it jumps back to this was 4 years ago. And so it wasn't forever ago. It's only been 4 years since he got his powers. Okay. He steps into the machine. He starts having like a crazy hallucination, and all these like hive mind, AI maybe, other alien species all put together start talking to him like, you're now the representative to your species. You are going to be told about Iboga. You're going to be the representative of your species, your protector of the species, and you will help gap the alien life with your life on your planet. And he's like, whoa, hey guys, what's going on here? I'm just a good old NASA boy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know
trying to do any of that.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So we hop back to the fight with the sweet-ass alien dog guy. His name's Maxim. We're about to find out. His name's Maxim. So him and Maxim are fighting. It's a really cool fight. He uses, like, all his moves, and Maxim's, like, taking it. He's tanking. He isn't getting hurt at all. He's,
he's a badass.
Archer's starting to get actually worried about it. Up to this point, the last 4 years, he hasn't had trouble with anybody. He's been like Superman, basically, where it just runs through people. Like, no trouble. So him and Maxim are fighting. We jump back again. We see the alien hive mind talking to him about why they're giving him the powers and this and that. And then we switch over real quick to the second storyline, which is Crashman being tortured by Discordia. And we don't know who that is or why they're important or anything at this point. And I was like, oh, okay, whole new story.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere.
Brand new character.
Yeah. I was
no
like,
one's mentioned him
at all. Nothing.
Oh, I love it when they do that.
Yeah, so I was like, wait, am I supposed to know who that? Yeah, you know what I mean. So Archer and Maxim are fighting, and then they pretty much stop fighting because he's like, I don't think he wants to fight, dude. Like, I think he could have whooped me by now.
Yeah.
That's what Archer's thinking. So they kind of chill for a minute, and they're like about to try to start discussing, like trying to figure out the language barrier.
Right.
And as that's happening, this was in China, by the way. They Maxim landed in China. On the Great Wall, actually. And the Chinese army is rolling up and about to start getting involved.
Yeah.
And as that happens, like a weird, like, electric EMP explosion type combo goes off, and the entire army is taken out. I thought they were knocked out. They're killed.
Oh, damn.
Like, an entire army section is completely wiped out. And that's when Basil walks up. Who's our skull in a floating, in a jar floating.
Dang, he looks crazy.
He looks dope. He's like got like a cyborg type body.
Yeah.
It was really cool. He comes up and he's making fun of how easy it was to kill the entire Chinese army. And so Basil, all the bad guys in this are hilarious and like really well written, better written than the rest of them.
The bad guys are?
Yeah, for sure. A Nickelhead and Basil. Like half this comic or more is Nickelhead and Basil talking.
Cool.
Like most, like that's them. Like a huge chunk of the comic.
He looks so awesome too.
He does. He looks.
I've made a character that looks like that.
He's got like his skull is like bright green on the inside too. It's cool.
I bought a game because the main character looked like that.
Nice.
But it was a fish.
What was it called?
Feudal Alloy.
Really?
Yeah, it was a robot,
but
it had a bulb, and it was a fish inside.
Okay,
that's
cool.
I love stuff like that.
I don't remember that one.
What would you call that? Is it like steampunk a little?
Oh yeah, kinda.
I guess so, right?
Yeah, it's in the vein.
It's very cool.
So, like I said, Basil rocks up to the scene, kills the entire Chinese army. And he's like, hey, what's up, Archer? I knew I'd meet you at some point. And Archer's like, do I know you? And he's like, nah, but like you're famous and stuff. So like, I know who you are. Yeah, you know me. And he's like, no, dude, how would I know you? He goes, you don't know Basil? You don't know Basil? Basil, Cronus. You don't know Cronus. Yeah. Me? And he's like, nah, dude, so I'm supposed to know you? He's like, bro, he's like all disappointed. He's like, I thought I was way more famous than that. He was like, I thought people knew me. He goes, all right, well, I have no quarrel with you. I'm just here to pick up this alien. And he's like, no, this dude's cool. Me and him are actually cool. I don't think we're going to fight anymore. The alien finally starts speaking English. And he's like, what the hell? And he goes, yeah, I bit you a minute ago. And it helped transfer this and that. And that's how we can talk now. And he's like, okay, cool. And Basil shoots them both and like knocks them out. Both of them out. Maxim and Archer knocks him out, and then we go into another flashback with Archer seeing the hive mind, the group of aliens that are teaching him about his new powers. He's got like the power cosmic.
Yeah,
is pretty much what he's got, and he needs to use it. Yeah, he needs to use it to help Iboga and the future of the world and this and that. We find out Iboga is like God. Is just a god.
You got to help God.
Yeah, pretty much. And also, like I said, they want the humans to become part of like the hive mind and the intergalactic group or whatever, and he's gonna help bridge the gap and be the diplomat.
Right.
And go between the two. It's a cool idea. I liked it actually. The overarches of the story aren't poorly written. I wouldn't say at all. Like, the whole ideas are not bad in any way, shape, or form. I'd just say some of the execution of the writing isn't perfect. If I have any.
Taking shots.
Oh, yeah, super hardcore. So now we see Maxim being held in the submarine of Basil. And we're like, what is he going to do with this guy?
Yeah, why?
So he kidnapped him so he could drain his blood out and mix it with some toxins and do it like a drug. That's it. This dude doesn't care about anything besides getting new drugs that no one's ever done before in quantities that would kill anything else. And I in my head canon, that's how he ended up being a Green Skull, is he did too many drugs and stuff.
Yeah, right.
I thought that was
I knew I liked this guy.
I was like, that's how he got turned into just a skull.
Totally,
doing
totally.
too much. Like,
He's still alive? That's totally drugs.
Yeah, bathtubs worth of acid or something. So he's like cruising in his submarine. He just did he did a line of
Blood.
Maxim, basically.
Yeah.
He's chilling, trying to read a book that Maxim had, whatever. He's hanging out. And then Nickelhead projects himself in there, like just like a hologram.
Yeah.
It's a hologram, and he starts talking shit to him. He's like, oh, I see you're fucked up again, huh, Basil? And he's like, bro, you know I stay fucked up. So Nickelhead is like a schemer even more than Basil, because Basil kind of just wants to do drugs or whatever.
Yeah.
And Nickelhead and him have a history of like hating each other, love-hate relationship, because they're neither of them was like the head guy. Nickelhead was the second in command for the
Butler.
Tormentor or whatever, and Basil never got famous because he was just out doing drugs or whatever. So they're kind of like equal status. So like whenever you're a peon, you're not beefing with Babe Ruth. The two peons beef.
Yeah.
So that's
right.
their relationship is them beefing and talking shit to each other. That's really important. That's literally half of the rest of this comic.
Is Basil in charge?
So Basil is in charge of his own place, his own crew, and then Nickelhead's in charge of his own crew. And he goes, what'd you do with Archer? He was really interested in Archer. And so what he did with Archer was he left him like in a cube down at the bottom of the ocean. And this is another part where we see the alien intelligence showing him how to use his powers. He uses his powers to bust out of the cube. He flies out and he finds Basil immediately and flies under the water, flies through the side of the ship, flies into his room, about to start beating him up. But Maxim breaks out first, and Maxim beats up Basil like bad, like quick. It was nothing. Basil like
get high off my blood.
Yeah,
you son of a
he
bitch.
said that. He mentions that. He goes, "That's why." He was like, "That's why you did this."
Get high. I get high off my blood.
He's like, that's my blood.
That's my blood.
Only I get high off my own supply. So he like breaks the bowl. Maxim breaks the bowl, and Basil's head falls out, and his body's he's still in control of his body, and he goes and picks up his body. And they're about to get him, like they're about to grab him, and he blind teleports is what he says. He blind teleports into Nickelhead's base on accident, basically, because he had just been talking to him.
Yeah.
So the signal got picked up or whatever. So he's in the.
Oh, that's funny.
Now he's stuck in Nickelhead's base, and he gets taken over. They steal his body, his head away from his body, and they put his head in a clear cooler with a little filtration system. So he has no body to control anymore. It's just his skull inside a clear cooler with a.
So what? You put his head in something else?
Yeah.
And suddenly.
He has his body like strapped up wherever it's like being held,
but he can't.
He can't use it.
He
can't use it.
He can still physically use it, but it's just trapped.
It's trapped. Yeah,
got it.
In like
got
a force
it. That's
field or
what you
something.
meant. He can't use it.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And so now he's just stuck in a cooler, and what he's really mad about more than not having the body is that he's in a filtered water system and there's no drugs. He's like, there's not even like a spare poisonous chemical like or particle or anything, bro. He's like, I've never felt this sober in my whole life or something is what he was saying. So the rest of the comic that I read, Nickelhead keeps him in that cooler the whole time.
Oh,
except
shit.
what I'm going to talk about, he's in the cooler the whole time. And so much of it is him and Nickelhead arguing from cooler to him. And you're like, wow, like this comic really picked up. Like this, like I didn't know how it was going to go from the beginning. I was like, this picked up.
I like these two characters.
Yeah, they're really cool. And then now we jump back to Crashman and Discordian. And I was like, I forgot this guy existed.
Me fucking too.
Yeah, and so now we learn who Crashman is. Crashman is like their Captain America / Superman popularity wise. Like he's the guy.
Oh, right.
He's the guy. He's the one sanctioned by the government, like American ideals and values and stuff. And he was trying to capture Discordia, which is one of our other bad ladies. She captured him and has been torturing him. And now he finally set off his emergency alarm to get help. So the government tells Archer, hey, you need to go rescue Crashman. But Archer doesn't get the message. Neela gets the message. And she's like, I'm just as good as my brother. They always want my brother to do things. I'm going to go save her.
Literally a
superhero.
Flying, super strong superhero.
Chosen by interstellar gods, basically.
Yeah, what the hell?
That's why.
She knows this,
That's
right?
why. Yeah, it's always your brother. Because he's a superhero.
Why do they pick the superhero over me?
Yeah, it's not a guy-girl thing. That's fucking... in any situation, you should be able to see that this is not that.
It's a
He's
superhero
literally a
regular.
It's like God.
Superhero regular, yeah.
He's like a god, and you're just like a person. So she's like, I'm going to handle this. And so she goes to go rescue Crashman. And while that's happening, we get Maxim and Archer like discussing who Maxim is. He's not there by accident. He's there because Archer is there. The rest of the universe is recognizing that Earth has advanced and that they're going to maybe be part of the intergalactic species or whatever.
I thought they were just ready to squab.
Yeah.
Ready to fight.
So this Maxim's really cool, and he's like from the good people, basically. He's like, there's a bunch of aliens that are evil.
He's like, that's what we named ourselves.
That way we'd always sound like we were right. No matter what. Did you know
No
the
one
good
would
people
suspect
were
the good people.
culling the weak? But they're the good people.
No, the good people wouldn't do that.
No, it's in the name, bro. It's in the name.
Like, trust me, it worked a lot.
It worked so well.
So well.
Have you seen our outfits? They're by Hugo Boss.
I'm in a huge amount of debt, okay? Borrowed money all over the galaxy.
Over town. I got a skedaddle. They're looking for me.
Always looking.
Yeah, so he's talking about how other aliens are going to start showing up and testing the Earth, basically. So,
yeah, like I said, ready for squabs, too.
So we get a long flashback of him learning his powers from the aliens. There's a lot of that.
Yeah, a lot of
flashbacking.
flashbacking.
Then it shows him landing back on Earth and then what he'd been doing over the last 4 years. They built a whole skyscraper for him, like his superhero tower.
Oh, right.
All his sisters live there. They pay him. You know what I mean? He's like been living a weird life.
The Archer building.
Yeah, what they call Independence Tower or something. But
that's all right.
Infinity Tower.
That's worse.
I found it.
Independence Tower's cool.
Yeah, it's called the Infinity Tower. It's in Washington, D.C.
It's all right.
And it just looks like a normal like skyscraper. So
regular 14-story hotel.
Right. So Neela cruises on up to the North Pole, which is funny.
In her car.
In her little helicopter-looking thing that looks terrible.
Yeah, they're rich.
It's so funny because in this comic, they're constantly all the way around the world, and her like vehicle is like a helicopter-looking thing.
Yeah,
helicopters go like 100-something miles an hour,
and have gigantic gas tanks that'll take you cross country.
Yeah, and there's not even like a bubble on hers. Like it's like open. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's like the lawnmower gas.
It's so
like
stupid. But they're constantly like they were just in China.
Yeah,
then they were like under the ocean in the Marianas Trench and this and that. Now they're in Antarctica. I was like, damn, dude, they get around. And Archer makes sense because he can fly around
He's
like
a superhero.
that fast, but nobody else makes any sense. So Neela like takes the info, doesn't tell anybody that she's going to rescue Crashman.
Man,
and she's like, I'm just as important as my brother.
Do you have a gun?
Yeah, she does though.
Okay,
she does.
At least she has a gun.
Yeah, they're not. She was really like I said, she was in the military and she was in NASA.
No, I knew that. Like she knows how to fight, but like at least bring some guns.
Yeah, she
gotta
uses
have a plan.
Wolverine claws to climb up the ice wall outside, and then she has like a gun when she gets inside. It's cool.
That's pretty sweet.
And it's a sick ass like laser gun too. Or was it M16? I think she actually says it's eating bullets like M16, like it's a pellet gun or something. But so she's going and she's like, I'm gonna rescue this superhero who got captured by this person. I'm a regular person, but I'll be able to rescue the superhero. So she's going, and there's lots of talking between Maxim and Archer in this part. And then eventually, finally, one of the sisters finds out. The other sister, what was her, Stella, finds out what's going on with Neela. and that Neela gets captured. So Neela gets captured by Discordia.
Immediately?
Of course, of course. She captures superheroes, so of course.
Yeah, right?
And look, she was using like Wolverine claws to like climb up the ice wall, which is cool.
That's kind of cool.
So now Stella tells Archer that Neela is captured. So now they're like, Stella's like, you need to go help Neela and Crashman. He goes, wait, Crashman? He's got like a grudge against Crashman because everybody likes Crashman and everybody hates him. Yeah. So like he didn't want to go. He was like acting like he wasn't gonna go save because Crashman was there.
Yeah, it's your
he's that petty.
Also there, right?
Yeah, he was being that petty. So he's like, fine, I'll go save her. And then
Neela only.
Yeah, I didn't mention this part, but when Neela was breaking in, she was like, I wonder whose place this is. And there's a giant portrait on the wall of Tormentor, which, by the way, we've never been introduced to.
Yeah.
And it says it's like a 5-story tall portrait, and you're supposed to be like, oh. And I'm like, I don't know who that is. So I don't know if it's scary or not. And it's not even the person we've seen. We find out that the lady Discordia, that's her dad. Tormentor's her dad. Okay. So this is his old base.
Yeah.
So she took over his old base.
So this is her house.
Her house, base. But she didn't get rid of the 5-story tall.
I was going to say, is it her portrait she made or is it his?
It was one that he had done.
See, that's gangster. Sure. If I had the I would do a giant
it's literally
portrait
like,
of myself.
Here, I think look, it's like multi-stories tall.
Oh, hell yeah. That's baller.
His head's like the size of a human body.
He looks pretty cool.
That's cool, right?
Yeah.
And his outfit's dope. Her little outfit is terrible.
So I always wanted mine in like a chair. Mm-hmm. And then next to me, like where my wife would stand, it would just be me.
Oh, another one
like
of you.
Another one of me. And then where the kid would be, it'd just be another one of, like me down there, all cheesing and smiling.
Nice, hell yeah.
Looking handsome as hell.
They should all be in gangster-ass poses, though.
Yeah. No, try and look real cool, like we're some mobsters.
Yeah. So Archer cruises on up to the North Pole, which only takes him a minute, I guess.
Yeah, that's not far. Dude, I can get there in 38 minutes.
Distances mean nothing.
I can get you there in 3 hours.
He's going up there, and Discordia releases a bunch of her torture bots, is I think what they call them. And these things are tough. They're like, he actually has to really try against all these torture bots. He whoops them. He breaks into Discordia's place. He's like 2 steps in. And he's like, I wonder what's going to happen. It was kind of easy to get in here. And then a white cube forms behind him and then sucks him up. And he's like in a tesseract where it's like bigger on the inside than it is the outside type of thing. He's stuck. Now he's captured. Everyone's gotten captured immediately by this Discordia. Everyone's discounted this chick.
Discordia's a badass.
Yeah, that's what you find out. He's stuck in this cube and he's like, what's going on? So she warps into the cube and she's like, she explains it. You're in my cube. You can't siphon any energy off from outside, which is he has to keep gaining more energy. It doesn't say from the sun, but from whatever.
Like cookies and stuff.
Universal radiation, who knows? So she's in there and she scratches him and it like starts his energy starts like leaking out of his body. So he has to like go into like what would you say? Like a meditation. He goes into meditation and like
a state of nirvana.
Yeah, he's doing like yoga poses and shit and meditating, and he thinks about powers that the aliens taught him, and he uses the powers to bust out of. That's what happens in all the situations.
Oh yeah.
Something happens.
You remember something?
Yeah, exactly.
Or like Superman, all these guys, they just more. I punched you as hard as I could earlier, but now I'm just gonna more, and I'll punch you even harder. Than my hardest punch from earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Just more. That's
it. That's all he does.
Yeah, no, that's what they all do.
So he busts out.
Pretty standard, bro. I mean,
how they do it. He busts out of the cube. He goes out. He gets his sister Neela out, and he gets Crashman out, and they're fighting all the robots. And Crashman suddenly has all his energy back again. He starts whooping ass, and he tells Archer,
he had some cookies.
Get your sister. Yeah, right. He had some hidden in his pocket.
Yeah.
He's like, get your sister out of here. I'll take care of these guys. And he's like, bro, you got captured. I'm here to save you. Yeah. So he finally convinces him.
Let's kick ass together, and then we'll get out.
Archer takes Neela. They leave, and they get in like an argument, like away, and then it takes
girl,
Archer.
You got nothing to say, girl.
Yeah, Archer takes him a minute to get back, and when he gets back, Crashman has taken out all the robots.
Oh,
so like that makes no sense. Yeah, whatever.
Why not?
Because he's tortured for months.
Yeah,
and he got captured before he had been tortured for months.
Yeah.
And then he gets taken.
But we don't know
busted
how
out.
he was captured. That white box shit is tricky.
That's true.
I
It
mean,
could have been.
You just fake a little girl robot being like, help me, please.
Yeah.
And he takes a step, oh, what's wrong, little girl? White cube.
White box.
Done.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
he don't have memories to unlock, more
Yeah,
power
alien memories.
like
yeah.
Archer did.
True.
So, yeah, I mean, the robots probably weren't what captured him, seems like.
They were badass robots.
I mean-
like, they were taking out Archer for some degree.
Right.
So it's just
But
weird
he
power
smoked
scaling. There's a weird power scaling.
Yeah, is he stronger than Archer?
No, he shouldn't be. He's
Right.
like, no, not even close. So it's just weird. It's one of those things I was talking about where it's
He
weird.
comes up, he's like, don't ask.
So Neela gets back and she's mad that she had to get saved and whatnot. So she just leaves. She's like, I'm gone. Like, I don't want to hang out with you guys anymore.
Good.
And you're like, all right. And so, like I said, a bunch of this comic is Basil and Nickelhead. And so there's jumping back and forth constantly of them bickering back and forth.
Yeah.
And so now that Discordia got caught, the rest of this comic, or the next whole comic basically, is her trial. So she's like internationally known as a war criminal, basically.
Wow, okay.
So she's been captured.
Arrested?
She's been arrested and captured, and she's being put on trial, and it's a media frenzy.
So her power is just the science, the gadgets.
Yeah.
She's not powerful herself.
No, not really.
So she's just in a regular jail cell.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
And so you see
Let's
that
get into this trial, baby.
You see that everybody around the world is watching it. It's got an Austin, Texas here, which I thought
nice.
was cool. Jackson, Tennessee. We got Olympia, Washington. Nebraska in there. We got some New York City. They actually kind of spread out. Didn't use the same exact cities they always
It's
do.
not L.A., New York,
Yeah.
Chicago,
Atlanta sometimes.
London, more than us.
Yeah, true. So you see that this is like a huge media trial ordeal. And the funny part is, the whole time, just whenever they ask Discordia something, she's like, I want to flay your bones alive and salt your wounds and all this shit.
The lawyer's like, I told you, please stop doing
That's
that.
exactly. The main comedy of this one is that her lawyer is a really good lawyer and trying really hard to get her off, and she won't do anything they say.
You
She's
can't
just
say shit like that.
Like, no, yes, I did actually slip his balls off with the razor blades and shit. Like, it's just nasty shit. He's like, she's obviously insane, sir. And she's like, actually, no, I have a psychiatrist that I see all the time, and I'm actually not technically legally insane, blah, blah, blah. So she's just like ruining it for herself. And then we got Maxim and Archer sitting at home watching the trial, discussing the wider universe, like, oh, why do I have these powers, this and that, juxtaposed with the stupid trial of Discordia. So there's a bunch of stuff going back and forth, surprise witnesses and shit. And then Discordia starts looking uncomfortable. She's like making a weird noise, like a groaning type noise. And then she like winces and her entire head explodes. Just into a fucking powdery mist or whatever.
All right.
And before that, also, I almost forgot this. Archer used his astral projection, which he just remembered that he had, to go in and look at the jurors. And the only reason they hadn't come out yet was because they were talking about what kind of book deals they could get from this. And one person was saying that she wasn't guilty and just dumb shit. Yeah. And he's like, is this the state of the American judicial system today? And like... Yes. I was like, that's being kind. Yeah. And
that's way worse than that, bro.
And then like he's like watching the trial, and then her head explodes in the middle of the trial. Nice. And I was like, oh, okay. Where is that gonna go? And in the next whatever many issues, they barely address it. The fact that her Discordia's head exploded, and that what's going on with her dad, the tormentor. Like, yeah, and like I read some more. I read like 6 more, and I was like, oh,
it's all wrapped up. But wait, what about? It's all wrapped up.
So the end of this 6 issues, which was actually a better ending, just better ending for the flow, is Neela going to a third-party space program and getting a job at a third-party space program because she was working at NASA. All the astronauts died going to Mars, so they stopped all the further astronauts and
She's
space
trying to get
missions.
some powers.
She wants to she wants to be an astronaut like she was trying to do to begin with.
I thought she was trying to go to Mars
and so
get powers.
It's cool seeing her little arc for the rest of the comics that not going to cover right now.
Okay.
But you do get to see what happens with her and her astronaut career and stuff.
So
it keeps going. And the reason I stopped here was because even at the end of the 12 issues, that's not the wrap on the story. If the next 6 would have wrapped it up, I would have told you the next 6. I just would have sped the whole thing up. It doesn't wrap it up yet. And this is one hardback thing.
2014.
Yeah, from 2014.
So is there more?
I didn't even look, bro. I didn't even look. I didn't have the internet.
Oh, yeah. Your internet's out.
I had to buy. This was one that I had gotten from half price. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad I did. I had a G. I had like 4 comics to pick from that I had saved.
Here.
Yeah. So the faces were fugly. Everybody looks like they're like made out of clay or something. They look just a little off, but that is Jack Kirby style. So I'll say that. The comic's fun to read. It's a very quick read. The whole 12 issues didn't feel like it was a slog to get through. I only just explained 6, but the whole 12 was not a slog to get through. It was fun enough to read. The art is striking. Very striking. It might not be your exact favorite, but if you like the big, thick 70s lines, I don't know how you describe it, Jack Kirby style in general, then you'll love it. And like I said, the writing is way more modern, and it's not a slog to get through. So it's way better than trying to like read actual old Jack Kirby stuff, is my point. That it's a good modern
representation of it?
Exactly.
Okay, good.
It was cool, man.
Bing, bang, boom. It's Matt versus Adam. Bing, bang, boom.
He got 2 out real quick.
This is where we take a bullshit-ass random character generator online, and we see who would win between the awesome character he gets and the crap bullshit character I get. I got Curious fucking George.
I mean, and at first...
A baby cartoon chimp. I have no Toon Force. My power list said, like... strength, climbing skills, reflexes.
You're a monkey.
Normal fucking things. Don't you ever say I'm a monkey ever again. I'm an ape. Thank you very much. Those are 2 different things.
That's right.
But yeah, and who'd you get?
Danny Phantom.
It's over. So we're on Instagram at Flipping Page. Dude, it sucks, man. That's not even a good fight. That's
no, at all.
A complete destruction.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, read some of his ghost form powers.
Yeah, telekinesis, pyrokinesis, cryokinesis, teleportation, superhuman strength, superhuman durability, reflexes, stamina, agility, endurance, healing factor.
Yeah, what the fuck? Nothing. There's no situation. The percentage is 0 to 100%.
Yes.
There's no chance Curious George wins.
No.
The arena, downtown Houston, doesn't help me at all. Nothing helps me. He is getting absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
Score 40-38. Terrible fight to open our Series 4, man.
I knew Danny Phantom was like powerful and stuff, but whenever I'm reading this giant list, this is insane.
I didn't know half of that. And that was just a little bit that you read. There's a lot more.
There's so much more.
That's crazy. All right, well, bullshit. All right, we're on Instagram at Flipping Pages 24. We're on Facebook at Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. We are also on TikTok at Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam, right? I think. What is it? What is our TikTok?
They'll find it.
Yeah, you just do Flipping Pages. I think it might be Flipping Pages 24.
Yeah.
You might search, possibly.
I think it's Flipping Pages 24.
Yes, so just Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam, Flipping Pages 24. I think one of those will bring us up. You'll find the purple logo. Come say hi, give us a follow. Best way to support us, rate, review, like, subscribe on all the socials and on the podcast platform. It's the best way to help us out. New episodes release every Thursday on all platforms and YouTube. Episodes of the Dollar Bin release every Monday on all platforms and YouTube as well. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome
Series
back,
4.
Adam. Series 4. Premiere.
Yeah.
Done. Done. Terrible Matt versus Adam. Terrible. I'm rating this episode bad because I lost. It's terrible.
Thumbs down.
I was going to come out swinging, but no. I had to get Curious fucking George. Okay, real quick. Real quick. Think of a character that Curious George could beat in a versus battle. I'd say Tweety Bird, but he got Toon Force. There's no way he's beating him.
Yeah, that's what makes it hard.
Yeah, a regular, like, I think Tommy Pickles would destroy Curious George.
He would like Mr. Magoo his way through it.
Like Chucky from the Rugrats. That, like, he probably couldn't beat Curious George. He's literally a baby.
Yeah. A regular baby.
Yeah, a regular baby. That's probably it.
Ginger at that.
With giant, terrible eyesight.
Yeah.
Terrible eyesight. All right, that's the episode. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.